What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of All Things Super. I am one of your hosts, Spider, and I am joined by the one and only Mr. VIP, Frankie Washington. How are you doing today, sir?
I am infinitely awesome. That's it.
Okay.
How are you, sir?
I am doing fantastic.
Just infinitely awesome.
Just infinitely awesome. That's all there is to it. No more, no less.
That's it. Just like, okay. That's it. And you're fantastic. What's going on with that?
Nothing. It is what it is.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
See, this is going to be a very straightforward episode. Cut and dry, straight to the point.
I can do that. That's it. That's what it is.
We say what we mean what we say.
And then that's it.
And then that's it.
There's nothing after that.
There's nothing after that. It's just it's here, and that's it.
No double bounce, no splat,
just flat. Just contact and just step.
Okay. Now that we're all on the same page.
Well, hopefully you are on the same page with us, because this is All Things Super, where every week we take a piece of super-powered movie, TV shows, even trailers. We watch them, we react to them, we break them down, we review them, and we ask the question, is it super?
Is it?
Is it? But if you like that, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you can be notified when we have new episodes that come out. If you want the audio version of the podcast, just search for All Things Super on any of your major podcast streaming platforms. And if you want to join in the conversation, just tweet at us at ATSuperPod.
There it is. Leave a comment. We'll read it. But that's it. And that's it. Well, we just go read it.
We might like the comment too, depending on what the comment says. We might like it.
But
so
after that, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. After that, that's it.
End of transaction.
It's cut and dry. This is a whole cut and dry episode.
So straight to the point, what we're doing with this episode, we are reviewing the brand new trailer.
They clicked it.
You saw the title, you saw the screen, you saw the thumbnail. You know what it is.
And you wanted to see our reaction to it.
We're reacting to the new trailer that has just come out for Blue Beetle.
So you like us, because you just so many other versions of Blue Beetle trailer you could watch. You clicked on this one. So it's a combination. You either like Blue Beetle or you like us, or you like our reaction videos.
Hopefully,
so we're gonna give it to you. We're gonna give it to you. But that's it. Other than that, that's all you get.
You're gonna get our reaction and nothing else.
And nothing else. Straightforward episode, this one.
All right. So let's not waste any more time. Let's take a look at the trailer.
Wait. Wait.
We said cut and dry. We said straight to the point.
Well, I like Blue Beetle. I just wanted everybody to know that, as a DC fan, Blue Beetle was one of those guys that I was like, man, it's cool. Okay, little context for those who don't know Blue Beetle. Mm-hmm. Rody Reyes. I'm mispronounced.
Jaime Reyes.
Yeah, I mispronounced his first name. First names don't matter in DC.
Sure.
He gets this scarab, this Blue Beetle infused on his spine.
Alien technology.
And then after that, alien technology. And he's not even the first Blue Beetle.
He's not.
He's like the second or third Blue Beetle in a generation of Blue Beetles. This scarab, this beetle-like essence is sentient, and it infuses in his spine, and he gets this mech suit that's just phenomenal. He's like how Iron Man is in his suit. He has the power of super strength, flight, but the suit's alive and it talks to him, and he's kind of, in a sense, I won't say like Spider-Man, but he has to deal with, battling being a teenager and having this suit that in the beginning he can't control, kind of takes over. We've seen this before, Spider, when we watched Venom, the first Venom.
Okay.
And we also seen this. You and I talked about the other movie starring the guy that's the Shocker, the first Shocker, not the second Shocker. He did a version of like Venom where something was overtaking his body. I can't remember the name of that movie, but I'm wondering if we're going to see like the same thing go on in this trailer, in this movie.
I don't think I know what you're talking about.
Well, then that makes two of us. Roll the trailer.
Oh, quick question before we watch the trailer. We have not seen.
Okay, but just after that, that's it.
After that, that's it. We haven't seen too many iterations of Blue Beetle in other DC properties. We've seen him in Young Justice, and we've seen him in Injustice 2, the video game. So, for those of you who aren't into DC Comics, you may not be familiar with Blue Beetle. So, at least for the version of Jaime that we got in Young Justice, I always felt that outside of the Reach story arc, which I believe was in Young Justice season 2,
I love Young Justice,
which is really where they got into the story because the Scarab was actually Reach technology. So we got a lot of Blue Beetle. We got Jaime sort of exploring his powers, getting used to them because, like you said, at first he couldn't control it. And being that it was Reach technology and the alien species of the Reach were kind of infiltrating the government. They pretended to be allies, but they actually had, an insidious plot to try to take over the planet. And so having that dilemma of, is he good? Is the Scarab like a sleeper agent type thing? Is he going to be, a weapon of the Reach? After that season was over and they were done with the Reach, I kind of felt like Blue Beetle fell to the wayside and he was like severely underutilized, as powerful as he is and the abilities that he has with the suit. And we didn't really get too much of him in later episodes, even because we review Young Justice Phantoms, the last season that came out, or the latest season that came out, I should say. And other than him being like helping out at like a teen outreach center for metahumans, we didn't really get to see Blue Beetle that much in the season at all.
Well, hopefully this is a part of James Gunn's plan to put Blue Beetle right where he belongs, in the front on the windshield, so he can get squashed like a bug.
But the movie Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes is being played by Xolo Mariduena, I think is the way to pronounce his name. Who,
if it's not, you came pretty damn close if it wasn't.
But
not how you pronounce it.
For my Cobra Kai fans, he plays Diego in Cobra Kai.
For those who can't see on the audio, I'm doing the last karate kick. Looks like a Q dog. There you go.
That was a mixture of the two.
that was my contribution.
Q dog, Karate Kid. But no, I like Xolo as an actor. I feel like because watching him through 4 seasons of Cobra Kai, he has definitely come a long way. As an actor, I've seen him, especially with some of the more emotional scenes. He's really come into his own. So I'm glad to see him. He has a title role in this. So I hope that he does well.
Well, so he's the Cole Thomas of movies right now?
The who?
Cole Thomas.
Who's Cole Thomas?
Carl.
Who's Carl Thomas?
Carl
Thomas?
I'm emotional.
The singer Carl Thomas?
That's the same guy.
How would he be the Carl Thomas of movies?
Because he's emotional.
All right, let's just watch this trailer.
Right?
I did not make that connection
right?
at all.
Yeah, you wouldn't be the only one, so it's okay. Somebody got it. Somebody got it.
Let us know in the comments if you got that connection. Comments. But let's take a look at the... Didn't he sing Summer Rain? I think that's the only thing that I associate Carl Thomas with.
Yeah! It's the sweetest First of all, you're sleeping on talent, okay? But you're sleeping on Mr. Jaime Reyes,
You got
the
there
Blue Beetle.
eventually. All right, let's take a look
You
at
know,
this
like,
trailer
come
for
on.
Blue
We're
Beetle.
gonna look at it, and they're gonna look at it, and that's it. Okay,
But then
let's go.
we're going to talk about it afterwards, and then that's it.
But that's it.
Then that's it. All right, let's take a look at the trailer for Blue Beetle.
Excuse me, Mr. Reyes? You finished scraping the gum off that lounger or what?
Everything right now feels so out of reach.
You always land on your feet, bro. You're Jaime.
They don't get out much. Jenny.
Hey,
God, I bet your wife, but do not open
like the color scheme.
and
Not
Belly
little Uzi
burger.
Vertin, is it? Can't.
All right, we got George
go wrong with
Lopez.
Lil Uzi.
What the hell is that?
The beard. That is a beard.
How did you get it to do that?
I think he likes me.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh wow, it's in his face. Oh wow.
Jaime.
Ew. Oh, how appropriate. Oh, that's crazy. Like changing in front of his whole family.
Host acquired.
Who said that? It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my space.
Yeah.
Entry systems ready.
No, no.
Hey. Hey.
What is going on?
It's called the Scarab. It's some kind of world-destroying weapon. It's designed to protect its host. Sometimes it does what you want, and sometimes it doesn't.
His reaction, he's like, oh no.
I think I cut a bus in half.
Well, I will say this.
But it belongs to me.
That low you feel for your family makes you weak.
Who's that, Susan Sarandon?
The universe has sent you a gift, and you have to figure out what you're gonna do with it.
Whatever you can imagine, I can create.
Here we go.
Nice choice.
I'm not mad at it.
It's like Batman stuff. Batman's a fascist.
All right,
How do you go after Batman like that?
because why not? Now, I noticed I've been seeing that because they did this with the Shazam Fury of the Gods trailer. They're saying, okay, if you were interested in this character, here are some comic books for you to read that can get you spun up on who the character is. So I wonder if if DC is like this. There's this initiative of trying to get people to read more comic books.
Oh, I mean, let's be honest. They're a comic book company, so even though they're doing these movies, ideally they want to sell comic books.
Right.
And comic books, like I'm going to go ahead and say it, when you have your comic books, Rick and Morty is a great example of. There are things in the Rick and Morty show, right? And then there are things in the comic books of Rick and Morty that kind of fills in the gaps of the show.
Mhm.
Like in the comic books of Rick and Morty, because Rick and Morty is relatively new, it's kind of easier to follow now than a lot of other established comics. They show how the Council of Ricks came together. And they show like different versions of not evil Morty, but like just different iterations of core characters. And it fills in the blanks on a lot of other things. I would imagine they will want to do the same thing, but the Blue Beetle, again, he's an established character. The suit looks pretty darn good.
Yeah, I
and that's
agree.
what I wanted to say. The suit you could have gone a lot worse, but he looks pretty darn decent. I mean, The hub display is an interesting choice.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm not quite sure why they chose to go that route, but it can be forgiven. It looks kind of comic-y, but it's a comic movie, so
Right.
Susan Sarandon is in this.
I'm trying to figure out who is this? Who is that guy? Because they made
That
it.
is
No,
that's Susan Sarandon's neighbor.
is it?
I have no idea who it is.
Because I mean, because to have him do this
I thought
dramatic
it was the Vulture
reveal
for a second.
of him coming out of the tent, he's got to be somebody of some importance. So I'm guessing he may be the antagonist. But I was just trying to see like who the actor is himself. But it's not anyone that I can recognize, at least not from this shot.
Well, IDV will probably tell you his actual name, but I'm thinking that we're looking. It surprised me to have his reveal in front of the family, but you know, having his reveal be in front of the family, because the reason I say this is because in the comics he's trying to keep his identity hidden,
right?
So it's a big thing to have the alter egos, your everyday life and then your superhero persona. But this situation, it looks like we already have an established layer.
That's what I was just going to say. How far are we going into this origin story to where we have a distinct set of costumes? We also have a Blue Beetle ship that they were flying.
This is also true. So I'm pretty sure, simple exposition, the suit's going to tell him all of this stuff because it's sentient and it's kind of reminding me of what was her name in Peter Parker's suit for the MCU? Karen?
Yes.
Was it Karen?
Yes.
So
he named her Karen.
When Peter Parker got his suit, he had an AI in there, which kind of coached him through the same thing. This seems somewhat similar. And there's nothing wrong with that as a storytelling narrative. It kind of fast forwards you through, because if not, you're going to have, like we saw with Shazam, you have to have those training montages and understand how to use your powers, because clearly when he saw the bus in half, he didn't do it deliberately.
No.
The suit did it. But they're clearly saying the suit was protecting him. Again, not really sure why the suit wouldn't make him fly away versus potentially cutting somebody by cutting the bus in half.
Yeah.
But we got the movie. We got to have the movie, and we got to display the abilities. But, saying that I can create whatever you can think of was pretty much a display of the abilities as well.
Right. So I'm just looking at this. So I know it's not really developed in the trailer, but we can see obviously he's picking up a job or some type of, work study program or something. And what is the name of this building that? And this is an interesting looking city, because we can see Palmyra City, fictional city, but we can see like the downtown is bustling. It's very bright, very vibrant. But where Jaime and his friend are is more kind of like in the slums somewhat.
Are we looking at a Green Lantern type of situation? Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern?
You mean as far as some piece of alien technology finding someone who is worthy and making them a hero? I mean, yeah.
Okay. I'm just saying it's a superhero type of world.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, this is Cord Industries. I was trying to figure out what was the name on the side of the building.
Before you said Cord, I want you to know I was not going to say Cord. This is give you a little heads up there. There's a thing. Look, everyone's wearing purple. What's going on with that?
I don't know.
Purple was in the color of the extras. Purple is in the elevator.
The whole room is illuminated purple.
Yeah, there's a theme going on here. She's wearing purple, but the suit is not purple.
The suit is blue, which is he's wearing blue right now. He has on the blue blazer, blue shirt. But I'm guessing that this is somebody that he knows, because why else would she go straight to him?
Well, she clearly had the tech, and she was giving it to him.
Right, but why him though? Why is she telling him to guard it with his life? It has to be that they have some type of pre-existing relationship.
He could have been a boy. He could have been a boy.
I don't think that has anything to do with it. I don't think
No?
that type of relationship
You don't think so?
No, you're not going to trust alien technology with somebody that you just slept around with.
I guess you're right. Unless she gave it to him and say, "Hey, I'll hold on to this for me. I'll get it from you later." And he opened it up.
But then the question is still, why him? Out of everybody else that's in that lobby that we can see when they walked in. So that's what I'm saying. They have to have, because they got all the other people here. But okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have to have some type of pre-existing relationship. She has to know him from somewhere.
I have no idea what Jaime Reyes, what doors being Jaime Reyes opens. Yeah, he clearly look how he looked up at the elevator. So he clearly knew her. And then you get it home, and then he told his family.
I hate that George Lopez has a mullet. I don't like it. I don't like it.
He's too cool for it. Is that what you're saying?
I think he is. Cool. I think he is. It's just you look at. We kind of mentioned this before, and I think this is probably a off recording conversation about Charlize Theron and her hairstyle choices when it came to Fast 8 and Fate of the Furious and F9.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you literally could have had your choice of any hairstyle ever, but this is what you went with?
I don't think she picked it, but let's be
But
clear.
She sure didn't object to it. If she didn't pick it, she sure didn't object to it.
We've seen Miss Theron with no hair.
Yeah, and she looked a whole lot better than the bowl cut that she had in F9.
She looked amazing. She was giving props to Mo from the Three Stooges. Only certain people can pull those haircuts off.
Oh my God.
I think Charlize Theron is one of those people. Though,
I don't know.
It's not an everyday cut.
The fact that she left the fries in the box.
That should let you know right there. Is that fries or is that tots?
No, it looks like.
Or was.
I mean, it could be either or.
Was the beetle eating the tots? Is that what's happening? And they try to take the tots from the beetle?
And that's why he jumped on the Jaime?
That's why he attacked? Yeah. You don't take tots from a beetle, baby. That's how that goes. Everybody knows that. So it just said, oh, you're going to take my tots. I'm going to eat your face.
Straight up face hugger from Alien.
Trade off. So, and then he zaps him. What type of electricity pushes your body
that far back and not kill you?
And not kill you in the face?
That's a good question. The fact that it's like just eating through his clothing, like that looked like a decent pair of shoes. It's not the newest, but still a decent pair of shoes.
Look like golf shoes.
But yeah, I agree with you. It's interesting that you have this whole reveal in front of his family, and it seems like this whole thing is going to be like a type of family affair where they're going to be helping him out in his superhero endeavors. And I mean, I guess I can kind of appreciate that, because I am a little bit tired of the trope of superhero gets powers and then has to hide it from the family, because we talked about that with Miss Marvel and how much we had to like dance around, the fact that she couldn't reveal to her family and to her friends that, she had powers. So I guess I kind of appreciate the fact that we can go into this and know that we don't have to go through that whole thing of, him sneaking around and going out to try to save the world or whatever.
Yes, you're right, but let's not.
And Susan Sarandon had purple on too.
Let's not walk away from the fact that there's a reason that there's alter egos and secret identities.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Your family is now in danger
as we can see,
discover who you are.
We can see that they're getting their door kicked in.
And they're right under attack instantly. So it's not even surprising that this is happening. But he has a lair.
Did Grandma have a gun?
Hey, sometimes Grandma packing more than a chunkler. Chunkla, Slipper.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she got a gun, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna use it
probably.
because Lopez is driving with that mullet. Oh yeah, there it is. Thoughts on it, Spider? What do you think about the trailer, Blue Beetle?
It looks interesting. Like we said, the suit looks great.
Suit does look good.
The story we'll have to
Effects
figure out.
look pretty decent.
We'll have to figure
I
out
don't
what's
know
going
where
on with
he-
the story.
I don't know where you got that move from, but I respect it. You're gonna have to show me that he did some training.
I mean, even
Too.
with training, unless you have somebody training you, and I mean, because the suit, it does like not necessarily control him, but it does like give him extra abilities. So if the suit does have that technology within it, then maybe it's
Is
giving
that his
him.
sister?
No, I don't think that's his
Maybe his
sister.
cousin?
I think that's like his best friend.
Okay. Love
Because
interest.
because I about to say sitting on the rooftop at night type of thing, going over like your life dreams. That seems more like best friend, maybe potential love interest type thing.
Potential love interest. Until he realized that he could have anybody.
And then, or if he is, it's a trope that she likes him, but he doesn't realize that she likes him, and so he goes off after somebody else. She supports him in it. Then that relationship between him and the other chick falls apart, and then it takes him, like almost losing her to realize that that was the one that he loved in the beginning.
That is a trope. Or it could be like Green Lantern. I got these powers now. You should like me, and I like you.
Could go that way too.
And George Lopez plays a part of Tiger Waititi.
Oh my God.
What?
Forgot Taika Waititi was in Green Lantern.
He was. Do your research. He was. Or you could just take our word for it. Yeah,
What do
it's
you think?
interesting to see how the story unfolds. We won't find out until August. Really soon for the trailer out for something coming out in August. Is this James Gunn plan to get people salivating this early? I mean, August is not around the corner. Unless
No.
you're watching this in August,
It's
then
four
yes,
months away.
it was around the corner.
That is true.
Because I'm sure, when this drops again, you'll enjoy this trailer again and see our reaction again.
But I mean, if you think about
the first one.
the standard timeline between a trailer coming out and the movie premiering, because
Usually 3 months, right?
well, I mean, you think about like Dungeons and Dragons. We reviewed the Dungeons and Dragons trailer it came out during Comic-Con. That was back in July, and the movie
but
didn't
there
come
was a
out
lot
till
of
last
other
week.
stuff that kind of, took part in place of that. Which Dungeons and Dragons was super. You should go see that.
I don't know.
Is this something?
I mean,
is this something you want to see, Spider?
This is something that it's gotten my interest. It's not like, because like I said,
those people could have died.
I mean, they were on either side of the bus, so they were fine.
And that bus could have flipped over at any point in time.
So
People
they
could have got
would
hurt.
have just landed on the side. They would have been okay.
I just don't understand heroes as
Destroying property. Yeah, I get it. I don't know.
yeah. It's
but like I was saying
figure
before,
something else out.
I didn't think that Blue Beetle was going to get made, because with DC canceling everything else, it's like at this point I don't have any expectations for DC movies. And I think I kind of mentioned that when we were doing our Shazam rewatch and we were talking about Shazam Fury of the Gods. I go into it with no expectations because it is what it is. And if it's great, then I'll be surprised. And if it's not great, then I kind of won't be surprised, because that's kind of what I've come to expect from DC films.
Let's just go ahead and say this right now, okay? We're going to be spoiling the industry for those who don't know. There's no way DC don't do a crossover movie when we start to bring these heroes together.
Well, of course they're working towards that.
So they're going to have a Blue Beetle, Shazam type of team up, of course, with the, Batman, Superman, Damian. Uh, they're gonna have to take on someone. If you ask me who it could be, I think it should be an iconic person like a Brainiac or a, not a Dark Side or a Doomsday.
We are not
But
far enough removed from the Justice League nonsense to bring those two characters back.
yeah, bring the Justice Society into it, bring somebody in. Now, here's a question. Can you see a Blue Beetle and a Shazam working next to each other?
I can definitely see elements of both of those movies and them trying to pull
Tone-wise,
together. Yeah,
yeah.
tone-wise, it definitely seems, especially with the family being involved, knowing that he's a hero or that he has these powers, it does really scream the Shazamily, having them incorporated with Billy and all of his abilities.
Yeah, that's a word. That's close enough.
But yeah, it does seem like they're of the same tone. So yeah, I can see them potentially being in, a movie together and a type of film together. And probably I would see Jaime being more mature than Shazam and wondering why this man who looks like a full-grown adult is acting like a kid, because I fail to believe that even after another 5 years, or I'm sorry, 2 years, that Shazam is going to be any more mature than what he was in the last movie.
You're right. Time-wise.
Right.
But they're all over the place with time in it. That's his stick, though. He's supposed to be a kid.
But
right?
that's because in the comics, he's a literal kid. He's like 8 to 10 years old. So it makes sense for him to be immature, not almost 18 and still acting like a 12-year-old.
Yeah. Somebody dropped the ball.
But then the thing about
that.
it is, and I know we're kind of getting off, but it's still DC. The thing about it is that Billy, the young Billy, he doesn't act immature, because he was about his responsibility, like he was telling Freddie, either all of us go or none of us go. And he was like very serious about what it was that he wanted to do as Shazam. But it's like, as soon as he turned into Shazam, it's like, hey, what's up, guys?
Shazam!
Come on, fam. We got to get in a meeting. Come on. And it was like just immediately childish. But the actor that played Billy was nothing like that. He didn't even have that same energy. So I don't know what the disconnect was between the two of those. And it's like, that's the part that I don't understand. And that's another one of the reasons why Shazam Fury of the Gods was not super. But no, I mean, this movie definitely looks interesting. Even, of course, it's from the trailer, so we have questions as to why they're making the beats that they're going on. But it does leave me.
Uzi Vert. I just want to rock. Hey, yada yada yada. That's the beats you need.
But it does pique my interest. It makes me want to watch it so I can find out exactly what's going on.
Hey, I'm a Blue
especially
Beetle fan.
because
We talked about this.
Because it's not showing us
Too much.
It's not showing us conflict, so we don't know what it is that we're fighting against, and so that's what's got me interested. What is it that we're going up against? Who wants this technology, and what are they willing to do to get it? Obviously, they're willing to go to Jaime's house and basically break down his door and kidnap his family, what it looks like. But why?
It works out well. I don't understand why they do those type of things.
Because they always think that it'll incentivize the hero to turn over what they want.
Yeah.
But no, so I'm interested to see who the antagonist is. We know that Susan Sarandon looks like she is probably a Lex Luthor type. She might be the CEO of Cord Industries, and has some type of nefarious plan that she was doing some digging, found this particular artifact, and was doing some experiments on it. And the chick who came down the elevator found out what they were planning, probably trying to take over the world, take over the government or something like that. So she took it and then gave it to Jaime in order for him to safeguard it. So, but why, and who is this guy coming out of the tent? So those are the questions that I want to know. So I am interested in seeing the movie, and I want to see how it is. And I can imagine that, especially with George Lopez in it, and Xolo has some comedic stylings to him as well. So I know that there's going to be some like physical comedy, especially probably if they do a training montage. He's trying to get used to the suit, get used to the powers. He's gonna fall, he's gonna fail. There's gonna be some scene where he basically just splats into the ground or something. But no, I'm definitely I'm looking forward to it.
If they spray him in the face with bug spray, it'll be enough for me. Blue Beetle! Let's go! I'm ready for it. Like I said, I'm a Blue Beetle fan. It'll be nice to see if they can capture the same magic that they had with Blue Beetle in Young Justice, or any other iterations that they had him in. And we'll see if he's going to struggle with his work-life balance and his family struggles now at this point. Clearly, they're supportive. He's trying to get a job here. That's what my guesses are. And, he bit off a little bit more than he could chew by messing with that beetle when he was eating the tater tots. This is just my synopsis. That's my breakdown. Don't mess with a bug when they're eating, or you can get it to the face.
Those are very appropriate words to live by.
There you go.
But let us know in the comments what you think about this trailer. That's it. Cut and dry. Let us know in the comments what you think about this trailer for Blue Beetle. Is this something that you're excited for? What is your level of knowledge when it comes to Blue Beetle? And how much do you know about Jaime Reyes? But let us know in the comments. But remember, if you like the video, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you can be notified when we have new episodes that come out. If you want the audio version of the podcast, just search for All Things Super on any of your major podcast streaming platforms. And if you want to join in on the conversation, just tweet at us at ATSuperPod.
And we like reading the comments.
And that's it.
That's it.
But August 18th, Blue Beetle will be premiering. We will be in there and we will be watching the movie. We'll be taking it all in so we can give you all a breakdown and review and let you know what we thought about the movie. And we'll answer the question, is it super? So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure, again, you hit that bell so you can be notified, but we will be back when it is time for us to review this movie. But thank you all so much for joining us on this episode. We really appreciate it. And we will be back next time with another new episode. What are we reviewing? What are we reacting to? You got to stay tuned to find out. But until then, keep being super.